ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यात् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु। तदात्मनिर्ते यौपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ इत्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ॐ इति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम्। Page 313. बलं वा विज्ञानात् भूयः अपि हशतं विज्ञानवताम् एको बलवान् आकम्पयते स यदा बली भवति अथ उत्थाता भवति उत्तिष्ठन् परिचरिता भवति परिचरन् उपसत्ता भवति उपसीदन् द्रष्टा भवति श्रोता भवति मन्ता भवति बोद्धा भवति कर्ता भवति विज्ञाता भवति। बलेन वै पृथिवी तिष्ठति बलेनान्तरिक्षं बलेन द्यौः बलेन पर्वताः बलेन देवमनुष्याः बलेन पशवश्च वयांसि च वनस्पतयः स्वापदानि आकीटपतङ्गपिपीलिकम् बलेन लोकस्तिष्ठते बलमुपास्वेते Balam va vijnanat bhuyah. Balam, the strength, is bhuyah, superior to vijnanat, superior to even knowledge. So what is balam? Vijnana karanam manogatam samartham balam. This balam, or the strength, is manogata samartham. The strength which is in the mind. The mental strength. What is it? What mental strength? Vigneya manasa vigneya pratibhana samarthyam. Manasa pratibhana samarthyam. The capacity of the mind to comprehend. Vigneya, the object that is to be known. The ability of the mind to comprehend what is to be known is called that manogata samarthyam. This is what is meant by balam. Not physical strength, but the mental strength. It is true that balamati annopayogadanitam, that balam, the strength in the mind, also ultimately comes from the food, as will be stated later. So how do you say that the mental strength comes from the food? Anashanat, Rugadini, Navaima Pradibam Dibho iti Shrehe. Shruti says, so Shvetaketu says. So Anashanat, when Shvetaketu fasted for 15 days, and then when his father asked him to recite the Rigveda, Yajurveda, etc. Rugadi, Ninavaima, Pratibhativo. Oh, venerable sir, this Rigveda, Yajurveda, do not come to me. I do not remember them. This today. So the capacity to remember, recollect, all of that is due to the strength coming from the food. Sharirepi tadeva utthānādi samarthyam tatheva. Just as the samarthyam, the capacity of the mind is due to the food, so also the capacity in the body is also same due to same food, which makes the mind stronger, and the strong mind makes the body also stronger. So says, Balasya Swarupa Sattva Pranam Utthānādi Hetu. That there is strength in the body is strong, powerful, is not necessarily a cause of this person doing a variety of tasks that he does. Kintu abhivyaktam kāma samarthyam balam tatha. But the kind of strength that enables this person to perform variety of activities of sorts is that balam that is meant. Meaning that a person can be very strong, he can be lazy, he can be inadvertent, he can be depressed, he can be sad, in which case that merely physical strength does not come to help to accomplish various tasks in the life. So what enables a person to accomplish variety of things is the mental strength as manifested in physical activities. So these physical activities, the relevant physical activities, the appropriate physical activities, which are the means of successfully conducting yourself, that comes from the strength of the mind. No doubt it is that in fact impels the body to do things. The mind impels the body to perform activities. But when can the mind impel the body? When mind itself has that strength. So ultimately, whatever we do in terms of meaningful activity, which enables us to conduct ourselves in our day-to-day life meaningfully and accomplish the variety of purposes in life, is really mental strength. Although outwardly it manifests in terms of physical activities. So in that sense, sharirevi tadeva utthānāni samarthyam. It is the mental strength alone which is samarthyam, capacity or capability, which makes the body stand up and do what is required when and how it is required. The example is a bit funny, Yasmad vijñānavatāṁ satam vekah prāni balvān akampayate. Just as one creature who is very powerful, one human being, may be very strong also, makes 100 people tremble. 100 intelligent people can be made to tremble by one physically strong person. यथा हस्ति मत्तः मनुष्याणां शतं समुदितमपि. Same way, just as, so what we find is an elephant in rut, a mad elephant, how makes a gathering of 100 people also tremble. And so also a powerful person can make number of knowledgeable people tremble. So however that example means, Yasmat evam annādi upayoga nimittam balam. So just because the balam, the strength coming from the use of the food, meaning consumption or eating of the food, digestion of the food. Tasmāt saposho yada bali. So when this person possesses the right kind of balam, when he possesses the mental strength, which also requires a physical strength. So to perform variety of tasks, we require mental strength as well as physical strength. So balena tadvan bhavati. So balena iti karanārthe trutiyaya ayamartha sputikritah. It is to the agency of the balam of the strength that a person so is called bali. So Uttata then is able to stand up when the teacher comes. Utthanasya karta uttishtamsya gurunam acharyasya cha paricharita. Having stood up, gotten up, or having risen up, then paricharita, he serves as acharya or the teacher, guru. Paricharita, parichanasya shushrushaya karta bhavati. He serves the teacher or the acharya. Parichan upasatta. Then he comes close to them by serving them. Tesham samipagaha antarangaha priyo bhavati. Becomes one who is very close to the acharya, becomes very dear to the acharya. Upasidanscha samipyam gachan. So when this person attains that kind of samipya, or proximity to a teacher, in as much as a bond is developed between the teacher and the student. Ekagrataya acharyasya anyasya upadeshtu guroho drishta bhavati. He gains the Shraddha, Bhakti, and the Ekagrata, focus of the mind, single point of the mind, meaning the ability to direct the mind to the required purpose. So, Drashta Bhavati, he becomes the observer or seer. Tata taduktasya Shruta Bhavati. Let us say the drashta bhavati, he becomes a desirer of realizing the truth. So he attains what we call the desire, strong desire to know the truth. So because associated with Acharya, then the resolve of knowing the truth becomes a mumukshu, becomes a jignasu. Tada taduktasya shrota bhavati. With that, then becomes a listener of whatever the teacher unfolds. Tataha manta bhavati. When he understands, so he, in his own mind, reflects upon what the teacher has taught and is able to logically fit everything together. Idam evihi uktam evam upapadyate. This is what the teacher said, and this is what it means logically. So whatever he has heard or learned from the teacher, he is able to intellectually understand it with reasoning, to eliminate whatever doubts may arise in the mind. Manvanasya buddha bhavati. As a result of the reflection, he becomes a knower of what the teacher has said. Tata evam nischitya taduktathasya karta anusthata bhavati. Then whatever the teacher has taught has to be practiced in life. Suppose the teacher has taught some form of meditation, then karta bhavati. He performs that meditation, anusthana. Vijñāta bhavati, anusthana phalasya anubhavita bhavati. So bodha bhavati and vijñāta bhavati, they literally mean the same thing. Bodha bhavati becomes a knower. Vijñāta bhavati also means becomes a knower. So then, what is the difference? So Bhashyakara said, anusthana phalasya anubhavita bhavati. Bodha bhavati, he knows it intellectually. Vijñāta bhavati, he realizes as his own experience. So all of these meaningful activities demonstrate the strength of the mind as manifest through the appropriate activities at the level of the body. Itascha balasya bhuyastam eshtavyam. So of course, the karya karana bhava is being said. Yasmadevam balasya karanatvam. So balam is and vijnanam comes at the end. So balam bhava vijnana bhuya. What is vijnana? Realization of seeing. So in this way the Shruti has shown how the balam is ultimately the cause of vijnana. When bali bhavati, then utthata bhavati, then paricharita bhavati, then upasatta bhavati, then shrota bhavati, manta bhavati, bodha bhavati, karta bhavati, vijñāta bhavati. So vijnana means the last time. So yasmadevam balasya karanatvam. All this vijnanam or the knowledge takes place only when the balam, the mental strength is there. Vijnanasya cha karyatvam. So balam is karanam because vijnanam is karyam, the effect. Tasmat tataha tad bhuyastam iti. So this is the Shruti, this is how explains the kaya karana bhava vijnanam and balam. Therefore, balam bhava vijnana bhuya. The itascha balasya bhuyastam eshtavyam. For this further reason also, that balam, the strength, is superior. So says, balena vai prithvi tishtati antariksham devbhu parvataha devamanusya. All of these stand, meaning all of these are what they are because of balam. So earth, intermediate space, heavens, the mountains, and human beings, devatas, animals, birds, grass, trees, swapadani, ferocious animals, akita patanga pipilikam, and then all the way up to the worms, flies, and creatures including ants. Balena lokas tishtati, that's how the whole universe stands because of balam, strength. Balam upasveti, hey Narada, we meditate upon balam, the strength, because it's so great. So this can be said to be the stuti of balam. Earlier it is the karya karana bhava, to establish how balam bhava vijnana, how balam is superior to or greater than vijnana. In this second part, can be said to be this stuti or extolling the balam, because balam is upasyam, is to be meditated upon. So whenever you enjoy something, when you do this, then you must always, in order to motivate that person, you always praise the reason why you should do that. Similarly, when the Shruti here enjoins balam upasva, you meditate upon balam. Why? Because balam is so great. The whole universe stands because of balam. So that it is worth meditating upon. Now we read the second passage in page 314. Sayo balam brahmetyupaste yavat balasya gatam tatrasya yatha kamacharo bhavati yo balam brahmetyupaste asti bhagavo balat bhuya iti balat bhava bhuyosti iti तन्मे भगवान ब्रवीत्विति सयो balam brahma iti upaste, one meditates upon balam as Brahma, strength as Brahma. Yavadam, meditation means then identifies, becomes balam, identifies with the strength. So yavat balasya gadam tatrasya yatha kamacharo bhavati. It doesn't say that he attains lokas endowed with balam, etc. Elsewhere it says, but here it says what will be the range of balam or the strength. So yatha kamacharo bhavati, he gets freedom of movement in the range where the balam of the strength extends. Yo balam brahma iti upaste, that's the upasamara, one who meditates upon balam as Brahma. Asti bhagavo balat bhuya iti, oh Venerable Sir, is there something superior to balam or the strength? Balat bhava bhuya asti iti, indeed there is something superior to balam or the strength. Tanme bhagavan bravitvedi, may the Venerable Sir please tell me about what is superior to the balam. Thus, at every step, the student is coming closer to the self. So there is a whole ladder here, beginning from the grossest, which is nama, culminating into bhuman, or the self. So this is the prakriya that is employed by this particular chapter. So the Tikakara said, at every step, upasya, the meditation can be done. So one is free to perform the meditation which is stated here. It does not mean that one performs all meditations. It is not even feasible that one can perform all these meditations. So yatha ruchi, one may meditate as one prefers. If the need be for antahkarana shuddhi and antahkarana naishalyam, for that will be the purpose of meditation. Otherwise, it is merely realizing at every step how each following one is subtler and superior and closer to the self. So, proceeding to realize that. So now going to the next passage, says the Tika, Bhuktasya annasya treda vidhiyamanasya yah anishto rasaha manasa upachayakaraha manovayagatvena vartate sabbalakaranatvad baladapi antarangabhuta ityaha. So annamaya means somya manaha, to say that the mind is made up of food. How? Bhuktasya annasya treda vidhiyamanasya. The food that we eat, which gets divided into three parts. Yaha anishto rasa, a gross part of the food which is rejected. The middle of the part of the food which gets transformed into flesh, and the subtle part of the food. Anishto rasa. Manasa upachaya karaha. That is what in fact nourishes the mind. That is responsible for the growth of the mind, nourishment of the mind, strength of the mind. Mano avayavatvena vartate. Therefore we can imagine that subtle aspect of food remains in the mind as a part of the mind nourishing the mind. So, mano avayavatvena, that anishtha rasa, the subtlest essence of food, remains in the mind, nourishing the mind. So, where the mind is, there food is. In what form? In the form of the subtlest essence of the food. So, subtle, sukshma, not visible, but in that sense, it is there in the mind. Saha balakaranatva, it is that essence, the subtlest essence of the food, which is the cause for the strength of the mind. Because the subtle essence of the food nourishes the mind. And therefore, it is, the food in that sense is superior to strength, bala. So, baladapi antaranga bhuta hityaha. So it is said that the food is superior to the strength. Now, very strength, the mental strength. Then which food is superior to that strength? The subtlest essence of the food, which goes to nourish the mind, sustain the mind. It is that essence which is superior to even the strength of the mind, because it is the cause of that balam or mental strength. So that is said in the next passage. Here we are told, Annam vāva balād bhūyaha tasmāt yadyapi dasharatrihi na ashniyāt yadi Jived athva adrashta ashrota amanta abodha akarta avignata bhavati yatha anyasya ayai drashta bhavati shrota bhavati manta bhavati bodha bhavati कर्ता भवति विज्ञाता भवति अन्नमुपास्वेति annam vava balat bhuyaha. The food is indeed superior to the strength. Tasmad yadyapi dasharatri na ashniyad. Therefore, the person does not consume food, observes fast for 10 days and 10 nights. Yadi uha jivet. In all likelihood, the person will die without the food. In case he continues, he survives. Then, athva adashta, then will be fine. He is totally drained out even mentally. Adashta, ashrota, amanta. He cannot see, he cannot hear, he cannot reflect, he cannot know, he cannot perform upasana. A vijnata, he cannot become vijnata or the knower. So vijnana cannot be there if the balam is not there. Balam cannot be there if annam is not there. So karya karana bhava. If annam is there, when a person consumes food, then the subtlest essence of food strengthens the mind. When the mind is strong, then the activities of rising up, serving the teacher, all of this becomes possible. Otherwise, that is not possible. So again, the karya, karana bhava, by vyatirika and anvaya. So first, vyatirika, in absence of food, the balam is not there. So how do you say balam is not there? Because the manifestation of balam, which is in the form of the variety of activities, that is not there. If balam is there in the mind, then he will serve the teacher, he will have the desire to know, he will listen to the teacher, reflect upon it, see it, know it. But all of this is not possible in absence of the mental strength, which in turn is not possible because of the absence of food. So vyatirika. Annasya ayai. So when the food is received, then anvaya, dashta bhavati, shrota bhavati, manta bhavati, bodha bhavati, karta bhavati, vijnata bhavati. When the food comes, he regains his mental strength and then he sees, he hears, he reflects, he knows, he meditates, he implements, he sees or realizes. Therefore, annam upasveti. Annam is a food which is superior to the balam, mental strength also. Bhashyakara says, annam vava balat bhuyaha balahetutvat. Annam vava balat bhuyaha. What is annam? Food. What is food? The subtlest essence of food, which strengthens the mind. That is food in that form. Food in the form of the subtlest essence is superior to the balam strength of the mind. Say the Tika in the third line 35, Tasmaditi Ukta Shrotasya Heto Annasya Bhuyastve Sakshat Hetutva Anupatte. So Tasmad, therefore, iti ukta shrotasya heto. The Shruti tells you the hetu. That when Annam is there, Anishta rasa is there, then mental strength is there, then activity is there. So Anvaya Vyatireka given by the Shruti. Therefore we say that the Annam is superior to Balam. There is no way for us to determine this. Meaning that we cannot really connect the two. That is the subtle essence of food, that is the cause for the mental strength. We know it from the Shruti. So Shrutasya hetoho annasya bhuyastve sakshat hetutva anupattehe. We cannot see from our own knowledge that Annam is the cause of the Balam. So the reasoning is obtained from the Shruti Anvaya Vyatireka. Bhuvastva hetu annasya balakaranatve hetutvam darshayitum aha. So, bhuyastva hetu, that Annam is superior to Balam. Why? Balakaranat, because Annam is the karanam, cause of the Balam. So, hetutvam darshayitum. So, what's the hetu? That's what the Shruti shows. So, Bala hetutvat, Bhashyakara says, Bala hetutvat. Annam is the hetu, the cause for Balam. The Bhashyakara continues, Katham annasya bala hetutvam iti uchyate. So, how do you say that the Annam is the cause for Balam or the strength? Uchyate, Shruti says that. Yasmat balakaranam annam tasmat yadyapi kaschid dasharatri na ashniyat saha annopayoga nimittasya balasya hanya niyate nachendriyate yadi u har jiver drishyante hi masampe anashnantah jivantah. Yasmat balakaranam annam, because food is the cause of Balam. Tasmat therefore. So that tasmat is because the Shruti says, So, iti ukta shrutasya hetoho annasya bhuyatve sakshat hetatva anupatte. So, from the Shruti alone we derive this relationship of cause and effect between Annam and Balam. Tasmat yadyapi kaschid, somebody, even though somebody Dasharatri na ashniya does not eat for 10 nights, meaning for 10 days and nights. Saha annopayoga, there is one extra akara there. So yoga nimittasya. So balasya hanya miyate. So if one does not eat food, then one does not get the balam, the strength that comes from the food. So if you eat the food, then you get the strength from the food. If one does not eat the food, let's say for 10 days, then there is a hani. There is then a loss of the strength coming from the food because he is not eating for 10 days. Briyate, normally you would expect that the fellow would die. So why does Bhashyakara say, Yadi uha jive, in case the fellow is alive. Upanishad says, Yadi uha jive, in case the fellow remains alive. Meaning that normally you would expect him to go. So, nache briyate, meaning that in case he does not die. Yadi uha means that in case he does not die. Says the Tika, Yasmat balakaranamannam tasmadeva balasya anvyatireko yuktau. Yasmat balakaranamannam, because the food is the cause of balam, therefore tasmadeva balasya anvyatireko yuktau. Then only the आवाज ओछो छे मजा नहीं करवाना भाई ओछो का तस्मादेव बलस्य अन्वय व्यतिरेको युक्तो. So because annam is the cause of balam, therefore अन्वय व्यतिरेका. If annam is there, balam is there. Annam is not there, balam is not there. That अन्वय व्यतिरेका would be appropriate only if annam is the cause of balam. So thus, Anvaya Vyatireka can establish the cause and effect relationship. Anyatha tav nasyatam iti vishesha. Otherwise, Anvaya Vyatireka would not be had annam not be the cause of balam. Easy. So that's why the Tikakara says that this we learn only from Shruti. We don't have independent way of establishing the cause and effect relationship between annam and balam. Taveva anvaya vyatireko darshayati. Those anvaya vyatireka Shruti herself shows Bhashyakara explains yadyapi kaschit ityadina. Says the Tika, yadi uha jivediti yadi shabda suchitam जीवनस्य दुर्लभत्वं दर्शयति. In case the fellow survives. So जीवनस्य दुर्लभत्वं. It is very rare that a person survives in spite of not eating food for a number of days. That a person survives is something rare. Therefore, in case that fellow survives. So, Dasharatri, I don't know, for whatever reason, so 10 days, that's what Shruti thinks. That for an ordinary person, fasting for 10 days is enough for him to depart. In case he survives, it is something rare. So, saha annopayoga nimittasya balasya hanya mriyate. Because of the loss of the strength that comes from the consumption of food, the fellow will die. जीवन अभावे बलस्य आशंका एव नास्ति इत्यर्थः. When the fellow is not alive, there is no question of any strength in him anyway. So Vyatireka is very clear. If food is not there, this strength is not there. Nanu annopayoga abhave marna niyame na chendriyate katham jivana ashankayate. Annopayoga abhave marna niyame. If this is a rule, that a person necessarily dies in absence of consumption of food, if it's a rule, then why they said na chendriyate? In case he does not die, if there is a rule that no eating, then no living. Then in case he does not die, why? Katham jivana ashanka. Then how do you have a doubt that the person may continue to live? So Bhashyakara drishyante hi masamapi anashnanto jivantaha. In Bhashyakara's time also, there must be Jain sadhus, must be there. We find that people continue to live even after fasting for a month. So you cannot say that a person necessarily dies in absence of food. In general, a fellow would die, but not necessarily everybody. We do Anandagiri. अथवा यदि सह अभुञ्जानपि कथञ्चित् जीवे तदा जीवन्नपि सम्बन्धः. अथवा यदि सह अभुञ्जानपि, same thing, in case even without eating also कथञ्चित् जीवे, somehow he survives, तदा जीवन्नपि, then अद्रष्टा अश्रोता etc. That is, so when Shruti is adrashta bhavati, He does not see, meaning what? He is alive. So even after not consuming food for 10 days, it is possible that a person may be alive. But devoid of all the mental strength, therefore, incapable of performing those activities that are required for Vijnanam. So Vijnanam requires a number of steps, beginning from respecting the teacher, serving the teacher, and seeking to know from the teacher, then listening to the teacher, then reflecting upon that, then understanding it, etc. Then only Vijnanam comes. So all those steps would not be possible for a person who does not possess the mental vigor. The physical vigor also will not be there. He will lying down, and so he can't do anything. So balasya ashanka eva nasti. Katham ashana shunyasya jivanam iti ashankya dushyante. Again saying, how is it possible that a person survives in spite of not eating? Because we do see that. So that is why there is no logic that we can apply here. There is no rule that we see that only people who eat food are necessarily mentally vigorous. That also we cannot see. Those who do not eat food also are not alive and not vigorous, also we cannot say. Therefore, that Anvaya Vyatireka will accept only on the strength of the Shruti. That's all. Then continuing, Annopayoga ahare balahani iti vyatirekam uktva. No, then that's later. Before that, says the other Tika, line 29, Nanu, that we already saw. So, Anna bhave kathanti jivannapi balarahita eva iti ahara. Anna bhave kathanti jivan. So, this is what they say, that even if a person survives in absence of food, meaning not eating, fasting for a number of days in case the person survives, balarahita eva, he is devoid of all the bala, strength, physical and mental. Anyway, why do they say that? Because the Puranas describe all kinds of tapasya. So people remaining hungry for how long? Eating just this, what is this king in the Matsya Avatar, that he was only drinking water, that's all. Some drink only leaves, eat only leaves and only breathe, that's all. Vayu bhakshana. For how long? Huh? Dhruv for 6 months, oh, and Kanyakumara, Devi Parvati, Sati, and so many rishis. So, what Satyavrata, the king, was only living on water when he had the darshan of Lord as Matsya, that we'll see. But, so 10 days is nothing really. These days, people go to all these naturopathy clinics and observe fast for several days. They survive only on lemon water and things like that for a number of days. Huh? Narendra Modi, yeah. 9 days. Only on warm water, that's all. So there are many. Jain sadhus, of course, are well known for their Jains. Why sadhus? Even grihasthas also, even young children. 12 years old and they observe fast for 8 days. They celebrate. And so, in fact, the observation is that if you don't eat for a number of days, you become mentally more alert and agile. Then a time may come when you lose the strength. Yes, that is true. So it depends on a given body. They say that if you do not eat for 3 days, then your body starts eating from the reserved food in your own body, fat, etc. It starts sustaining on that. So some people will sustain for a long time. But a time will come when they also consume all reserve in their body. Then they will start becoming weaker and weaker, and mentally also. It may be 10 days or 15 days or a month or whatever it is. But a time has to come when the body has consumed all the reserve energy. Then there is nothing even to strengthen the mind. Then physically also and mentally also the person will become weak. So whether it is 10 days or 15 days in case of Shvetaketu, 15 days. Shvetaketu survived for 15 days. And so, Shruti herself has said that he can survive. Anyway, but as I said, there may not be a rule about 10 days or 15 days, but a general rule can be stated. It may vary with different people. But a time will come when all the reserves of the food is consumed. Then a person will lose the vitality physically and mentally also. So anna bhave kathanti jivannapi badarahita. Shruti says that in case a person survives in absence of food, then also he is devoid of all the strength. Athavachaiti. So then Bhashya says, the sixth line, Athava saha jivannapi adrashta bhavati gurohu api tatah eva ashrota ityadi purva viparitam sarvam bhavati. Athava, the Tikakara is Athacha. So the reading is Athava or Athacha. That's what the line 38 says. Athacha iti. Shroto va shabda or Athava. So Shruti says Athava. Shroto va shabda cha shabda. So we should say Athacha. And we should understand Athacha. Because Athava doesn't have meaning. Or, no, Athacha, in case the fellow survives, Tatascha, Atacha, ityasya cha ityartham svikrityaha. So tatascha, then also, Atacha ityasya cha ityartham svikritya. Or athava ityasya cha ityartham svikritya. So y is equal to cha, svikritya. Bhashyakara, the way he explains athava, he seems to imply athacha. So saha jivannapi, that's what Bhashyakara said, saha jivannapi. Athava means or, which doesn't fit here. Athacha in case, so in Jivanapi adhashta bhavati. Even if he is alive, he cannot see. Guruhu api, he cannot even see his teacher. Tataheva ashrota, when he cannot see the teacher, then also you can say see the teacher. The seeing can also be interpreted as a mental seeing, That he sees the teacher in the person, you can say. So, dashta bhavati, shruta bhavati. You become shruta, you listen to that person only when you look upon that person as the teacher. So, physically with eyes we see the person, but in the mental eye you see that person as a teacher. Then only Shravanam becomes possible. So, I guess that also you can interpret that way, whatever, I don't know. But so, Dashtavati Guru api, then he cannot even see the Guru. Therefore, Ashrota, when he cannot see, he cannot be Shrota, Manta, Drasht, Buddha, etc. He cannot be. Ityadi Purva Viparitam Saram Bhavati. In that sense, Everything opposite of what was stated earlier will happen in this absence of the strength. Then says Anandagiri, Anna Upayoga Bhave Balahani Hiti Vyatireka Muktva Tad Upayoge Balam Bhavati Anvayam Vyachaste. No Upayoga Bhave Balahani. In absence of the consumption of food, there is the loss of strength. So no Drashta, Shota, Manta, that loss of strength. Vyatirekam, this is Vyatireka. In absence of food, the absence of strength. So Dupayoge, on the other hand, when the food is consumed, Balam Bhavati, then one gains the strength, iti Anvayam Vyachaste Atha. Same thing another Tika said, Anna Vyatireke Bala Vyatirektva Tadanvayam Aha. Atha Yada iti. Okay. Atha Yada Bahuni Ahani Anashitaha Darshanadi Kriyasu Asamarthasan Annasya Ayi. So Atha Annasya Ayai. The Shruti says Atha Annasya Ayai. Atha means what? Yada. When? Bahuni Ahani Anashita. Even when having remained hungry for a number of days, Atha means Yada. When? So Darshanadi Kriyasu Asamarthasan, incapable of performing the acts of darshanam, shravanam, etc. Yada annasya ayi bhavati. Then when the food comes, he becomes the receiver of food. So Bhashyakar explains, Agamanam ayaha annasya praptehi ityartha. So looks like Annasya Ayaha. Even though the printing is Ayi, Bhashyakar is Agamanam Ayaha. Alright. Oh then, Sa Yasya Vidyate Saha Annasya Ayi. So instead of Ayayi, Bhashyakar says Ayi. So Ayaha Yasya Asti iti Ayi. What is Ayaha? Agamanam. The coming, Aha means coming. Arrival, approach means Ayaha. Meaning Annasya Prapti. Annasya Aya means, so when food comes, when it becomes the receiver of food. Sayasya Vidyasya Saha Annasya Aya. So one for him, the Annasya Ayaha. Arrival of food happens, becomes the Ayi, means the receiver of food. So one for whom the food arrives, he becomes the receiver of food. So again in Tika 31 line, Atha Yada iti Dakar Patha Spashta Atha Yada. Then that is clear. Yatha iti Thakara Patha. Atha Yatha. Suppose that's the Patha. To Anashito Asamartha. Anashita means Asamartha. Yatha Bahuni Ahani Anashita Asamartha. तथा अन्नस्य आगमे समर्थ है यथा इन तथा इति तथा शब्द अध्याहरण योज्यम. Just as one becomes incapable in absence of consuming food, similarly one becomes capable when he becomes a receiver of food. Iti, if atha yatha is there, then tatha shabda adhyaharan yojyam. Then you have to supply the word tatha. and understand it this way. So भाष्य कहते हैं अन्नस्य प्राप्ति ही इत्यर्थ है. अन्नस्य आयः अन्नस्य प्राप्ति ही receiving of the food. So says the Tika प्राप्ति ही उपयोग पर्यंता. Not just receiving the food but consuming the food and digesting the food. Not even only consuming, digesting the food is all understood. अन्यथा प्राप्ति मात्रेण बल अनुपत्तेः. Merely receiving food, so annavan annado bhavati. Not only you should become the possessor of food, annada, you should be also the consumer of food. When you consume the food, you have good appetite, so you consume the food and digest the food. So, sa yasya vidyate saha annasya ahi. Okay. So one for whom ayaha, the receiving the food have become, it is called annasya, receiver of the food. Then Bhashyakara says next. Ayate etat varnavyatena. So ayate, I don't know what aya means. It can be aye, you know. It is so annasya ay. The Shruti is annasya aye. Bhashyakara aye is taken as ai. So either the Shruti says ai bhavati or aye it is either varna vyatyena, that e must be replaced by a and nasya aye. So what does it mean? So what Bhashya says? Atha annasya aya ityavi pathe evameva arthaha. So either it is annasya ayah or annasya aya. So same meaning is there. So varna vyatyayana. So that I in the Shruti should be I. If it is ayah or it is aye or aya or aye because of sandhi. So ayah can be aye also. And ayah can be ayah or aye, either way. So look at Anandagiri. Atha annasya ayah ityavi patha asti. In case there is a patha annasya ayah iti. Tatra annasya ayah iti etadeva padam anna prapti parataya vyakshayam. Annasya ayaha, then ayaha eva padam, that word itself should be explained as anna prapti parataya vyakhyayam. Means receiving of the food, that's how ayaha is to be explained. Ikaaratvena viparinamaya. So then he says I think that's what Anandagiri means. Aye ityeta padam anna prapita parataya vyakhyam ikaaratvana viparinamaya varna vyatya angikarat. Then ikara I is turned to ikara I. So I must be interpreted as I. In Shruti there is I. We read I, but that they don't seem to read. If the patha is I, that's what Bhashyakara seems to read, or I. Then I should be understood as I and the receiver of food. Or, as the other Tika says, Athva in the line 33, Athva आई इति यकारः दकार स्थाने आई should be adi vana vyatyena. So instead of it should have been adi, but it says I, that also may be. Tadascha adanam adaha sasyastiti adi. So instead of receiver of the food, eater of food. So this Tikakara said receiving food is not enough, eating food. So it may be adaha. So adanam adaha. Adaha means eating. Sasyasti, the one who eats is called adi iti. Upyoga sakshat pratyayadya adi iti. That seems to be the upyoga. Aya iti aikaranta patebi varnadatyaya ashrayena uroktartheva grahya hitya. So if aya is a part in the Shruti, then also varnadatyaya, the I must be changed to E. Varnadatyaya ashrayena urokta, same meaning has to be taken, that's all. That's annasya. ननु पाठद्वयेपि कथम अन्नोपयोगार्थकतया व्याख्यानम्. Still, how do you interpret aya as the receiving of the food? Aya shabdasya arthantarasya, some aya word can also have different meanings. One of the meaning is income, So ayakara vibhaga, income tax. Aya also can mean income, profit, gain, etc. also are the meanings. So aya shabdasya arthantarasya sambhavat iti ashankya tatpara darshanade shravanat tatha vyakhyanamiti. So tatparya darshanade shravanat. So the purpose is because we find darshanam etc. takes place when the food comes. Therefore, that aya is interpreted as receiving and not any other meaning. That's all. The Vakyam, drashta ityadi. So Bhashyakara says, drashta ityadi karya shravana. So why do you interpret ayai or ayaha as receiving the food or as consuming food? Because drashta ityadi karya. Because then Shruti says, drashta bhavati, shrota bhavati. Because the person sees, hears, reflects, all of these activities which reflect the balam, they are seen, therefore the cause of balam, anna must be there, therefore ayai must be receiving of the food, annasya ayai. The annasya ayai, there is a question here, it is very clear, annasya ayai bhavati, receiver of the food. Anyway. Katham tat anna kayamiti ashankya anuvedariko darshayati. Just because it becomes drashta, how do you say it's because of food? So, anuvedarika Bhashyakara says, drishyate annopayoge darshanadi samarthyam na tadapraptau ataha annopasveti. Even prapta, there is one extra there, and the praptava. Tat apraptavataha, that's how it should be. Na tat apraptavataha, so annopasveti, that also is okay. Or apraptau, ataha annopasveti. So only when the food is consumed, then only there is capability of drashti, shruti, etc. And when it is not there, so since Shruti says Anvaya Vyatireka, therefore that balam is annakaryam is a result of annam of the food. So same thing, darshanade tat kayatvam Anvaya Vyatireka darshayati, same. How Anna gives rise to all subsequent steps by Anvaya Vyatireka. Upasti vidivakyam प्रतीकतः गृहीत्वा तत्फलं विवृणोति. अन्न उपास्येते. So उपास्य विधिवाक्यम प्रतीकतः गृहीत्वा तत्फलं विवृणोति. I guess that's the second passage you have to say. And the upasana is all right, but where is Vidivakyam Pratikgraha Tat Phalam Vivanati? Where is Tat Phalam? Phalam is in the next passage. So this must be passage 1 and 2, that's what we should understand. No, that passage 2 is in the next page, anyway. So Anna Upasana is from the Shruti, it is taken by Bhashyakara, and the second passage, the result of the Upasana is stated. Okay, we'll continue tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrahashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmedi Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavatyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.